Joining me now, Republican Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman Chuck Schumer says they're on the side of the American people, but it sure doesn't seem that way, at least not from here.
Well, no, it's really not when you consider that there's so many agencies that have to go slow or can't even process claims. So you got people who need to get flood insurance in order to buy a home, a close on a home. They can't get it right now, so homes aren't closing. You've got small business administration loans that can't be processed. And so that means that people are going to have struggled, maybe even go bankrupt before they even get a chance to get their business open because they're waiting for the Democrats to move on this stuff. But the Democrats simply won't move on this stuff because they're fixated on it isn't just health care for illegal aliens. Don't forget, you get the abortion money that's still in there that they want. You get the trans surgeries and that's still in there. All of that congeries of about $1.5 trillion, Rick, that's what they want.
Well, Congressman, there's a new Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research poll finding both parties are sharing the blame for the shutdown. 58% blame President Trump and the GOP a great deal or quite a bit for the shutdown. 54% say the same about Democrats. Now, I know those numbers don't really add up to 100. I'm wondering, in your opinion, who is at fault here?
Well, let's just consider this. The way the process works, the House passes a bill out and gets it to the Senate. So the House did its job. We did it a month ago. So who's next? Well, in the Senate, they've got this rule that says you got to have 60 votes. Maybe they should suspend that rule and just pass the darn budget. But here's the deal. You got to get some Democrats on board. And there's a reason that there's a reason that the Nevada senators have come over and they voted with Republicans, because they actually do want the government to be open. So I look at it and I say simply, it's the Democrats in the Senate. In other words, it is truly Chuck Schumer's shutdown. I mean, Hakeem could just bellyache and cry all he wants, but it is the Senate Democrats that are preventing the government from opening up.
Yeah, it seems so simple and so obvious, and yet there are people who aren't getting that message. Meanwhile, GOP leadership appears to be at wit's end with the Democrats. I want to play for you what House Speaker Mike Johnson said this morning.
I get very upset about that. We stop holding the American people hostage for these ridiculous political games. People see what's going on here. We should not have Border Patrol agents not paid right now because Chuck Schumer wants to pay political games to cover his tail. I don't know how much more simply to say that, and every single one of you know that's exactly what's going on. I don't like being Mad Mike. I want to be happy Mike. I want to be the happy warrior, but I am so upset about this. God bless America. We're done. Thanks.
Do you share the Speaker's frustrations, and what can the GOP do other than caving into the Dems' far-left wish list to fix it at this point?
Well, I do share the Speaker Johnson's frustration, because this is being done. We all know, anybody who's in the D.C. bubble knows it's being done because AOC in the left wing is challenging Schumer and trying to get to him and make this thing go on for a political purpose, not for the American people. So what I would tell you is this. The Democrat senators need to be contacted, so people should be doing that like crazy, saying, open it up, vote for this thing. But beyond that, you know what else? The Republican senators can come in and say, we're not just going to get these appointments through that this Democrats have been killing for a year and a half now. What we're also going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to get rid of that 60-vote rule for this purpose only. And we're going to open up the government with a 51-vote procedure. Just, Rick, if you do that, I mean, the Democrats they came within 2 votes of eliminating that 60-vote cloture rule. And if it hadn't been for Sinema and Manchin, 2 Democrats, they would have done this exact thing to us. And I'm just suggesting this is a real possibility. You got to really consider it, because if you really want to protect this country, maybe that's what you have to do. You have to take extraordinary measures, because the Democrats, they're trying to take those measures themselves.
Congressman Andy Biggs, we appreciate your time. Sir, thank you very much. Hope you get back to work soon. I really do.
You too.
I want to give you a live